So the latest CBS News poll shows presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump neck and neck with President Biden in Wisconsin and Michigan. Both are critical battleground states. Our Ed O'Keefe is at the White House with more. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Anne Marie. As he heads back into court, the former president's coming off a campaign trail visit to Michigan and Wisconsin, where he once again said the issue of abortion is now up to the states. For the first time since his criminal trial got underway in New York, former President Donald Trump was back on the stump in two key battleground states, Wisconsin and Michigan.
I'm being indicted for you.
But it was the issue of abortion that was front and center Wednesday as Trump touted his role in overturning Roe versus Wade.
And we were able to do that after 53 years.
Trump's comments come after a Time magazine interview where he said it's up to states whether to monitor women's pregnancies or prosecute them for having an abortion. And he continued to defend his stance.
The states decide on abortion, and people are absolutely thrilled with the way that's going on.
But poll after poll shows a majority of Americans oppose the Supreme Court's decision ending federal abortion protections, and Democrats see an opening.
Under Donald Trump, it would be fair game for women to be monitored and punished by the government.
That's why Vice President Harris was in Florida Wednesday, where access to most abortion services now ends after 6 weeks, before women often know they're pregnant.
And understand who is to blame. Former President Donald Trump did this.
But there are also other issues on voters' minds. A new CBS News poll shows the economy remains a major concern.
On day one, we will throw out Bidenomics, and we will reinstate a thing called Maganomics.
Especially for Michigan voters, like Lori and Bruce Meyer.
We're retired, and I'll tell you what, inflation's hurting. The dollar isn't buying as much as it used to.
Those events in Michigan and Wisconsin were billed as economic-themed campaign rallies, Anne-Marie, in part because, of course, on that issue, the former president has the lead or is favored over the current president, whose campaign these days, at least, would rather keep the focus on abortion rights.
Yeah, speaking of abortion, I happened to dip into Donald Trump's speech yesterday, and when he talked about abortion, it really looked like he was searching for the right thing to say. He was meandering. He couldn't really find that applause line that the audience wanted to hear. So
yeah.
I'm curious. He's heading to North Carolina now. What are we expecting in North Carolina?
The current president is heading there today.
Exactly.
That's right.
Thank
So
you.
President Biden will first stop in Charlotte to meet with the families of those 4 police officers killed earlier this week in a shootout. Then he's headed up to Wilmington, North Carolina, for an event on the economy and infrastructure. This is a state, Anne-Marie, that the Democrats would like to take back from Republicans. He lost there narrowly 4 years ago, and the belief is with the mix of people moving into the Tar Heel state, with the more conservative Republican governor candidate that they have there, that perhaps Democrats can eke out a win. We'll see.
So, the president has a whole lot of money, more than Donald Trump he's raised so far. But there are plenty of battleground states. Which battleground states does President Biden have the best chances in? And how is his campaign allocating resources to reflect this?
That he's going back to North Carolina today after the vice president and him were there a few weeks ago, is a sign again that they believe that's a potential growth spot for them, especially at a time when polls suggest he's lagging in places like Georgia, maybe struggling in Wisconsin. Our CBS poll out that Sunday and Monday showed he's actually narrowly ahead in Michigan, just as much behind in Wisconsin and in Pennsylvania. So, those 3 states right there, they were called the Blue Wall for him 4 years ago. He's got to work on those. And then out west, of course, Arizona, Nevada, and then Georgia and North Carolina. And that's pretty much the ball game. That's all they're working with.
All right. Ed, thank you very much.